Hey there guys, what is going on? It's C.O.Z here, and before you continue watching this video, please click that subscribe button below and leave a like. So unfortunately I do not have much of the Six Blades of Kojiro quest, ladies and gentlemen, and I just horrifically died there. But what I do is I have two duels from the Six Blades of Kojiro. To give a small summary, there are Six Blades of Kojiro that are basically set around Tsushima, different specific duels, for instance, and you have to beat them all to face off against Kojiro, the guy who leads the Six Blades, and they're all ronin with like really rapid and dangerous fighting styles. And stuff like that. So I was up against, so here we have one of them. This was Duel under the Drowning Marsh, I do believe, in the Drowning Bath. This is Yasumasa. Now Yasumasa was really fast, I think one of the hardest before I fought against Kojiro, and Kojiro's fights really taught me how to duel and be careful because the ronin are dangerous and rapid. So as you can see, he does a sweeping attack on the floor, which is undodgeable. He also does the slash, and as you can see, I just parried that slash. The slashes are pretty easy to parry when they just slash left or right, but he also does this deadly jumping attack that can't be dodged, sort of like a hop that you've seen in some of the other videos around the ronins, and it goes into the typical defensive stance over there. As you can see, I was trying to dodge into him where he holds onto his sheath and he's going to dish out a combo of attacks, but over here I was simply still learning against him and learning the different fighting styles. Yasumasa, it was not Yasumasa, Yasumasa was a little bit faster, and his health bar was slightly, I'm not sure, but it looked like that the health bars were slightly larger because the Six Blades of Kojiro was like a sort of mid-game quest and stuff where you have to go up against all the challengers, so they were pretty hard, I mean, to get used to and stuff. So as you can see, I'm pretty much just dodging and keeping my distance. Mainly that's what you do with ronins, but sometimes they have these really dangerous close-up attacks like that one over there where he's whipping and then followed by one that can be parried, but I wasn't really that, I wasn't going for the parries that much. I was rather just dodging around, and you know, as this is not really a guide, this is just my experience. It goes back into his defensive stance again, and you sort of roll away. You can see the fog around and all the atmosphere and stuff. If you take out all of these, you get to face off against Kojiro, this guy who claims he's a demon, for instance, leading all these ronins, and you have to take him, and it's going to be a test of the duels. As you can see, the main things that I'm looking for is I'm baiting his slash attack. So what I do is I just let him dish out all his combos and let him go into defensive, and I'm baiting out his free attack combo or two attack combo, as you can see there, look. And then his swift chop, just to get him to come close to me and slash. Yep, and there, I parry. That's pretty much what I done for him, and then sometimes I can parry him in the third slash as well. So when he uses his sword upright, now there are other attacks that can be parried, but I think that's the easiest one that can be parried. And so other than really dodging him and his combos, he wasn't too hard once I figured him out, though I did die quite a few times and I do take a lot of damage. I can't perfect duel anything yet. I'm trying to increase my dueling skills, and I might be playing the game on lethal again, so that might be pretty interesting. As you can see, the downward slash and the side slash, very easy to parry. The third attack, when he does two strokes, and the third one you can finish off his combo attacks, and then you need to get away when he does that weird leaping stuff. And each of the ronins, they do have a slight different style of fighting. So right now we're dueling, I do believe, under the Drowning Marsh. This one's pretty fast, it's pretty aggressive, and they have different personalities as well. Some of them are really hell-bent on killing you, where some of them are just like, oh, but it's just a job, as we're going to see with Kyochika. Ladies and gentlemen, we finish him. I wish that I could have captured more of the duels, but I think 2 is enough. I don't want to trouble you with 6 duels in one video or stuff. So we're just going to get to the main duel soon after. But Six Blades of Kojiro is, Six Blades of Kojiro is one of the mythic tales within the game that you can play, and it's a fantastic addition, I do believe. Lots of ronin to fight. I got quite lucky here. Duel under the Falling Water. This is one of the other other duels of the Six Blades of Kojiro, and I love how Kyochika, the one that we're against, is the complete opposite. Now he's much more less aggressive, and he's mainly all about close quarters and stuff. If you get close to him, he certainly just like dish out diagonal things and such as jabs, but that might actually depend on how close you get to him. Because with I think they alter with your playstyle. With Yasumasa, I was backing off a little bit, waiting for those combos, but he does much less undodgeable combos and more things that can be parried. He's much more laid back. Maybe that's because it suits his personality. aside from the diagonal slashes and such, he may do one occasional red slash here and there. It might vary with difficulty, but then he does a lot of jabs while you're close to him as well. So he would do like 2 slashes and then a jab, and you have to be very quick to parry those, especially if you're on the higher difficulties like hard and lethal. I think I was playing on hard here. It is quite quick. You do have to react quickly, but once you get it, I think on hard anyway, it's all right. As you can see, he's pretty much smacked me with the undodgeable attack there. He is still much less aggressive because with with the Yesamusa, he was hopping back and forth, whereas this guy, he barely advances and tries that, and he doesn't have much long combos which glow red either. This may be because he was almost reluctant to fight me. Like, when I went up against him, and when you clash, he's like, you do know that this is just a job. He seemed very upset to have to go up against the Ghost. I started wondering maybe if he was upset that Kojiro assigned him to take on the Ghost, maybe because he respects him or something. There's a real tension going on here in the duel. Some of them are much more some of them are much more reluctant to take you. Some of them are, I'm just doing it for the money. And I remember when I was against one of the other ones, that they were more like an honourable fighter, and they were very pleased to be up against them and meditate, and they went with honour. So it was very, very interesting to see their variation in their personalities and how it also changes the way they fight. And this is what really makes this quest interesting. If anyone has played this mythical tale, I'm sure they will understand what I mean. Each duel is different, despite the fact they share a very similar fighting style. As you can see, no hopping going on over here. I'm just baiting those attacks. Sometimes the jabs are easy to parry, but you have to keep at a specific distance. And then he goes into the classic defensive mode, I'm sure you're used to by now, and he does like one undodgeable slash, but not like 3 or something. So it was really a pleasure to play the Six Blades of Kojiro. Their years of taking him out and out war. What an epic standoff.